Welcome, I'm Cassandra, and this is your general and love forecast for March 2018. This is for Taurus, Sun, Moon, and Rising signs. So, I'd like to take a moment just to let you guys know that I'm going to be doing the readings a little bit differently this month than I have before. So, if you like this new style, please comment and let me know. If you would prefer for me to go back to my normal style, please comment, let me know. Give me your feedback, please. I'd much appreciate it. So, without further ado, let's get to this. Okay. For our first card, Taurus Sun, Taurus Moon, Taurus Risings, we have the Devil card. So the Devil card is about dealing with our obsessions and our fears, our addictions. This could even be a toxic karmic relationship that you could be dealing with as well. But overall, this is about fears and obsessions and bondage. And a lot of times, most people don't realize that we are really not stuck. Because some people feel that they are just absolutely stuck in this energy. But you're really not trapped, because you can really break away. You could break those shackles, so to speak, with no problem at all. We don't have to stay in this energy. Now, the Devil card is ruled by Capricorn, so some of you could be dealing with a Capricorn, or some of you could be dealing with someone from the earth element, maybe another Taurus, maybe a Virgo, or maybe a Capricorn. But overall, the focus seems to be on fears, obsessions, addictions, and potentially a toxic karmic relationship. Okay, here we have our circumstances card, and we have the Page of Wands in the reversed position. So, a lot of times when the Page of Wands is reversed, we end up getting a message that is rather disappointing and upsetting. Or we're waiting on a message and it just simply doesn't arrive. And, overall this could just be, disappointing news that could be coming your way. So this is kind of warning you to let you know that if you are waiting to hear back on something, those messages could be delayed, or you may not receive them at all, or you will receive the message and it's not going to be what you want it to be. So it would end up being disappointing news. Now, you could have also started something new. And this new project, whatever it is that you may have started, you may be feeling confused or even at a point of indecision in regards to it. Or there's a possibility that you start something and this can actually attract opposition. So, someone who's clearly against what you're doing, or just simply wanting to, cause problems. But, don't get caught up in indecision, because, there is still a strong desire to start something new here. Even though it's in the reverse position, you still have the same amount of enthusiasm and drive to begin, something that's new. But Opposition can come in, confusion and indecision, along with potential, disappointing news or not receiving news. So we'll look further into it, because I'm going to clarify some of the cards, but I'm not going to clarify every single card this month. So, okay, here we have the focus card. We have Judgment in the reverse. So the Judgment card is about not seeing or hearing the true nature of a situation. But this also is representative of perhaps you made a judgment about something, and maybe this judgment has turned out to be wrong, or maybe it could have bit you in your rear end. Or maybe you regret it, or maybe you made a snap judgment, maybe without fully thinking it through. Or maybe you made a judgment and you didn't have all of the facts in regards to the situation. Because with this particular energy, we're not able to see the full extent of why this situation is taking place. So we don't have all the facts. We're not seeing the real reason behind this issue when it's in the reverse position. And so when we make a judgment, it could end up being wrong. And this, you could be on the receiving end of this energy, or you could be on the giving end. So this can always go either way. Either you're the one doing this, or you're the one that's receiving this. Okay, this is the card of your recent past or what is passing. So some of you could still be in this particular energy, but you're moving out of it. Or some of you are already, out of this energy. And this is an energy you definitely want to get out of, okay? Here we have the Eight of Swords. So this is us feeling completely confined, like we are literally in a prison that our fears have built. And so this kind of paralyzes us to where we can't make a decision. And maybe you made your judgment, your decision, too quickly based out of fear. It's a possibility. We'll see once we start looking at the clarifying cards. But a lot of times with the Eight of Swords, we're having a very hard time making a decision because we have fear just, it's like definitely at the forefront of our brains, and it's causing us a lot of problems. Now, for a few of you, this can indicate that someone that you're close to may have went to jail or prison. Sometimes this can indicate literal jail or prisons. But for most of you, this is indicating, that you have made your mind into a prison, and that prison was built out of fear. So yeah, we definitely be happy to say goodbye to that energy. Okay, this is for the present energy, the here and the now. We have the Ten of Coins. So this is fabulous energy. So for some of you guys, you may have had a windfall of money. Some of you may have actually gotten an inheritance. Some of you could have gotten a family type of inheritance. And then there's also some of you that could have recently just landed a job at a very big company, like a large corporation. It would be a very stable business. So it would be a good job. So some of you could have gotten a job. Some of you could have gotten involved in an investment in something solid and stable. Or some of you could have just simply received some extra money that you weren't expecting. Maybe you were expecting it. For some of you, you weren't expecting it. But it's much appreciated nonetheless. And plus, a lot of you guys are definitely focused on, building your wealth. Now, for your near future, we have the Three of Coins in the reversed position. So, this can definitely indicate some issues within groups. Especially if you work within a group, say at your job, and it requires teamwork. That's not occurring here because everyone would be at odds with each other. It's like a lot of miscommunications, people just not seeing eye to eye, so therefore the team is not working as a unit. This can also indicate that you may need to get more education on a particular skill set that you have. You need to expand your skill set, so more education, more training would be necessary. Sometimes this can indicate that, that you might just be rushing through your work to get it done just because, and that can basically end up producing, shoddy workmanship, less than our best. And it's just because we simply want to just get it done and over with. Sometimes this can indicate that maybe we don't have the right tools or the right supplies to do a good job. Sometimes this can indicate that, you just don't have any passion for whatever this skill is that you have. Maybe you would rather do something else. But yeah, definitely looking forward to clarifying these. I want to see which way we're going there. Okay, this is your attitude card. We have the Tower. So it seems you guys are pretty focused on, okay, what's going to happen next? It's like you guys have been going through it. Perhaps maybe you guys have literally had, something very sudden and unexpected occur that was like a bolt of lightning. It could have rocked your world. It could have changed a lot of things. Or maybe you may just be feeling like I am ready to knock down some walls and make some serious changes myself. But this is a card that clears the slate, so typically something's going to fall here. And this might be by your own hands. You may be like, I am sick of being stuck here. I am sick of being stuck in this situation, and I've just had it, And then some may be on the receiving end of this, but I'm feeling that for most of you, you guys are just simply like, I am ready for something different. And the Tower is very good because it helps you to get yourself unstuck. Because a lot of people end up stuck in situations and then they don't see their way out. Or they're too scared to get, out. But the Tower here, this helps us. This helps us to remove ourselves from the situation. It more or less gives us the strength and the courage that we need to be like, you know what? I'm done. I don't care what the people think, say, or do about me. I'm done. So clearly people are pushing your buttons. Okay, this is how other people see you. And here we have the Knight of Coins. So the Knight of Coins is also a Capricorn. But we could also say, another Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, Earth type of energy. But overall, this Knight, he can represent a sale, even a business deal, or perhaps an investment in something solid and stable. Maybe something like real estate. But it would be an investment in something that is very solid, very stable, very structured, because you don't want to take unnecessary risks. And this can also bring news of a pay increase, or perhaps even a new job offer. And for some of you, if you have been trying to get approved for a loan, this would be a very good sign that you're going to get it. Oh yes, this is the card of the broker as well. The real estate broker. Yeah. And that's why I mentioned, perhaps there could be an investment into real estate. Okay. Now this is the card position of hopes or fears. So for most of you, I'm going to say that this is more like a hope, because the Fool brings us an opportunity to take a risk, to take a leap of faith, and to start down a new direction, a new path. I mean, look at that card. Is she not fierce or what? She's like, yes, I am packed up and I am moving on. So, for most of you guys, I feel like, you want that new direction. You want that new change. But then I feel that there are a few of you that you don't really want that change. Maybe you feel comfortable where you're at, but maybe a change is still necessary, but you're just not seeing it. Now, for the final outcome, we get the Two of Cups. So, this is harmony within a romantic relationship or a partnership or a friendship. This can be literal love. Some of you could have, or will be, because this is the future card. So this is about 2 to 4 weeks out. And this is March 1st when I'm recording this. So, this energy could be 2 to 4 weeks out. Some people could already be going through this energy, but this has not occurred yet. So we have the Two of Cups. This is about, happiness and harmony within a union, within a relationship. Some of you will very soon be with someone in a relationship, in a romantic relationship. Now, some of you, see, not every Taurus, Sun, Moon, and Rising is interested in being in a relationship. So, for those of you who are not interested in being in a relationship, or perhaps maybe you're already in a relationship or a marriage, maybe you have a new friend coming your way. And you might have a very special bond with this friend. Or perhaps you may have a business partnership come your way. And you would have a very close affinity with this person that you would have a business partnership with. There would be a bond. There would be like a magnetic attraction as well. Yeah, I can't wait to look at the clarifiers on this. Okay, for the bottom of the deck, we have Ace of Cups. So this is definitely looking a lot like love. Now, again, not every Taurus, Sun, Moon, and Rising is interested in starting a relationship. But some of you are. You guys are ruled by Venus, the planet of love. So, here we have the Ace of Cups. So, this is us beginning to open our hearts and opening our hearts to the possibility. And opening our hearts and coming from a place of love, we're just ready to open up and give love. And we want to receive the equal love back. You love hard and you want to be loved hard back. So this can also indicate that if you have psychic or intuitions, that they could be gaining more strength and momentum over time. They could be growing. So you could be having some psychic intuitions here lately. This can also indicate that someone near you could potentially be pregnant or give birth here soon, and you may hear about it. But overall, the Ace of Cups is normally suggesting that we're starting a new relationship. This could be a romantic relationship. This could be a friendship. This could be a business partnership. Okay. Now, what I went ahead and did is I pulled a clarifying card, and then I pulled 2 more cards for guidance type of cards. So, yeah, here we have the Devil, and it's clarified by the 5 of Pentacles. So, the 5 of Pentacles, you may feel like you were literally put out in the cold. Maybe due to a karmic toxic relationship. Or some of you, maybe if some of you are dealing with some addictions, you may be falling on really hard times, could be experiencing financial bankruptcy. Some of you could be experiencing a spiritual bankruptcy. But more times than not, I look at this as being put out in the cold. So some of you may feel like you were put out in the cold. Like some of you may feel like you've been iced out by someone. Or you may be icing someone out. Or you could have put someone out in the cold. But this can definitely indicate trying times and also financial difficulties. Okay, this was our circumstance card. We had the Page of Wands in the reverse position. And we clarify we get the 6 of Wands in the reverse position. So this is definitely indicating that you were working towards a goal. And you put a lot of hard work into achieving this goal or whatever this is that you started. You put a lot of work into it. And it's just simply not manifesting for you. It's like you've experienced a lot of delays, a lot of frustrations, a lot of obstacles. You may even feel like you've just seriously hit a wall. And so the victory that you've been seeking simply is just not happening. But do know that when one door closes, another opens. Sometimes we're blocked because there's something better for us. We just don't see it yet. And also, I like to remind everybody all the time, we do have free will. And so we have the ability to change things. If you don't like the way things are going, you can always decide, look, I'm going to change how I think on this particular subject. And by simply just choosing to change your mind on how you're going to react to something or deal with something, that can completely change your destiny. Our brains are very, very powerful, more powerful than most people would like to realize. But we have more control than we realize over our circumstances. But sometimes we are denied things, but if we are denied things, we are being denied those things for a good reason. It don't feel good in the moment, but it is always shown to us at a later time. And then you're like, oh, okay. Yeah, see, if I had not gone through that and that not work out, then I couldn't have made it to where I am. So it just takes time. Okay, our focus card, which was Judgment in reverse. Yes, and we clarify we get the 9 of Wands in the reversed position. So, the 9 of Wands, when it's in the upright position, this is, you are prepared, you are ready to handle any type of adversity that comes your way. But when it's in the reversed position, you just are like at the end of your rope. You are tired of fighting, you're tired of battling, you're tired of trying to make something work, and some of you may literally have exhausted yourselves mentally, emotionally, physically. Some of you are just mentally ready to give up the fight. Like, why am I fighting? You know, I'm not getting anywhere here. But yeah, this energy. Ooh-wee. You're ready to give up. But you know, ultimately what this card is saying is you need to take a break. You do need to take a break, and you need to rest and recuperate, because you've just been battling so long. And when I speak of battles, please know that, you know, these battles are, you know, I'm not talking about actual, you know, physical, violent battles, okay? I'm talking about, you know, verbal battles, you know. Maybe you got a battle going at work, you know. Maybe you're not seeing eye to eye with the other employees. Maybe they're not seeing eye to eye with you. You know, battles like this, not so literal, you know, so. You know, some of you may be worried about something, and some of you may literally feel like you were let down by someone, and maybe you've been battling to try to save a relationship, or maybe you've been battling with someone, and it's like you're just at your wit's end. Pure and simple. But I mean, you really need to just retreat, because you need to rest. You don't want this affecting your physical health, and unfortunately it can, because this type of energy is like a never-ending battle. And you're not prepared for that much battling, you know. And some of you may just simply be lacking the stamina or the physical strength to see things through. Maybe you made a judgment, maybe you made a decision without all the facts, and you've continued to battle, and things are just not going your way. Maybe you made this decision and you've been let down by someone, which forced your hand in making this decision, but at the same time you didn't have all of the facts. Yeah. Oh gosh, I ain't gonna lie, I don't like that energy. It doesn't feel good. So I can only imagine how you guys are feeling. Okay, Our Three of Coins in the reverse, which is a near future card. So, 1 to 2 weeks out. Oh, wow. Look, it's clarified, and we have Judgment in the upright position. So, to me, this is basically screaming that you need to make a decision, you need to make a judgment, you need to make a choice in regards to this skill or maybe even this job. Or it could even be a relationship. But you do need to make a decision and then go with that decision. So definitely, if you need to, take your time. Make sure you have all the facts. At least the Judgment card here is in the upright position. So you will make the right decision. But you have a choice to make, and it's got to do with potentially work or group type activities. This could be a hobby, this could be a creative project, or it could be literally work. But, you have a decision to make. Either you may decide to go get some more schooling to expand your skill set, or you may say, you know what, I think that I just want to go in a completely different direction. Okay, our Two of Cups. We have two clarifying cards. We have the Prince of Wands and the Eight of Cups. Okay. So, Prince of Wands. This would definitely be Aries, Leo, Sagittarius type of energy. The Prince of Wands always brings us a major change, and a lot of times this change is very unexpected. And this could be simply moving. You may decide to move to a new residence. You may be offered a new job where you might have to move in order to get the job. But perhaps you meet someone here, but they're definitely going to bring you some opportunity. There will be a change associated with it, but it is a very, very positive change, okay? Now, I had two cards fall out when I was asking for clarification on the Two of Cups, so we're going to go with it. So we also have the Eight of Cups in reverse. So to me, a lot of times when I see the Eight of Cups reversed, I associate that with someone coming back. Someone coming back from your past. Or this could be you going back to someone from your past. More times than not, this was a relationship. Could have been a romantic relationship. Doesn't have to be, but it could be. This could simply be a friendship for you that maybe at one point you or the other person decided, you know what, I'm walking away, I'm abandoning this situation. I need to go see if the grass is greener on the other side. I need to find something, with more meaning. But when it's in the reverse position, you're going back or this person is coming back. So I'm feeling that for a lot of you, somebody's going to come back into your life, and they may want to get back with you, or they may want to heal their friendship with you, and they do come bearing an opportunity, and it's a positive opportunity. Okay, bottom of the clarifying deck, we have Two of Pentacles. So this shows that you have the ability to juggle and multitask between several different financial type of projects. So you can multitask. This is very beneficial, especially for money, especially if you have, you know, a lot of irons in the fire, so to speak. This shows that you do have the stamina and the ability to juggle those situations without any type of harm coming to you. Now, something I should mention is sometimes with the Two of Pentacles, sometimes you may get some disappointing news, but do not pay attention to this news, okay? It's not going to affect you like that. So just, if you hear any disappointing news, let it, you know, just let it roll right off your back. Because it ain't going to make you drop any of those coins, okay? You'll be fine. And some of you could be juggling two different people, two different, you know, situations. And if that's the case, you're going to have to pick. Okay, we had our Devil card and the Five of Pentacles. And then we get the Eight of Cups. So this is abandoning a situation. So maybe you guys have abandoned a situation, walked away from something, only to go back. And then we have the Empress, which is the Venus card, which is also Taurus. So the Empress, you know, supportive women. This is also a good harvest. This is also, you know, could be giving birth, especially with the Ace of Cups. You know, so some of you could end up being pregnant or will soon be giving birth. But, you know, this could also be giving birth to a new, you know, creative idea. You know, whether it's regarding your love life or whether it's regarding, you know, your financial life and job. But either way, this is very positive energy. But you do need to be careful because this is a very karmic relationship and it can become a, you know, a bit toxic. So you need to be careful. Because the advice of the Eight of Cups is you need to seek something with higher spiritual value rather than physical value. You want something that has spiritual value. And the Empress, you need to take care of yourself. You need to do what you know is right for you. And only you know what's right for you. So take what you want out of my readings and leave the rest. Okay. Let us jump to the next one here. Okay. So we had our Page of Wands in the reverse position. We have our Six of Wands in the reverse position. And then we have the Hanging Man in the reverse position. So this is definitely showing that you may have started something new. You definitely have a great desire to start out on something new. Maybe you're waiting to hear back on something. You wanted a victory. You've worked hard to get it. You've invested time and for some of you even physical labor towards getting it, but we're essentially blocked. It hasn't happened. And the Hanging Man is coming in and letting you know that you're trying to hang on to something that no longer suits you. It won't fulfill you the way that you may think. A lot of times with the hanging man in reverse, it's like we're stuck, like we are trying to maintain our old image when that is not who we are anymore. There has been a big change within us, especially on the inside, and we are not the same person, but we may try to act like we're still the same person, but really we're not. And so there's a need for you to just let go. The hanging man is saying you need to let go of this situation. Okay, here we had our focus card, the Judgment in reverse, which is clarified by the Nine of Wands in reverse. Oh, look at that. Then we get the Ten of Coins. So the Ten of Coins, you just need to stay positive, keep going, and maybe you need to, retreat, start to recuperate, and then you need to take on this Virgo energy a little bit, and maybe you should analyze the situation so that you can see what you missed when you made your judgment. Take time out from this battle because you really need to rest. And then you can analyze the situation, and then you'll see perhaps what you were missing when you made your decision. The decision that you made that you're still battling over. This could have been a decision about, your finances. This could have been about your home. This could have been about, a job or an investment. Yeah. Okay. So we had our Three of Coins. Then it's clarified by Judgment. Oh, wow. Okay. And then we get the Two of Coins for our advice in the reverse position. So basically, the Two of Coins in reverse is suggesting that we are trying to do too much. And that we do need to make a choice and decide, because we can't continue to juggle both of these. We're going to have to make a choice, make a judgment, and decide which one do we want to go with. Do I want to stick in this situation? Do I want to, get more schooling? Or is this just going to be too much? Should I just start something new? Okay, we have our Two of Cups for your outcome card, clarified by Prince of Wands and Eight of Cups reversed. Oh wow, looky here. So, Ace of Wands. The Ace of Wands is like the hand of God. This gives us a new direction. So, this new direction can be one of a financial nature. And for those of you who may be starting something financially, like a financial business partnership, this is very excellent. Yes, very good. So the Ace of Wands, as I said, this is the hand of God. It's kind of like pushing you towards, a new destiny. So you can go down a new path, whether it's a new job that you want, or if you want a new creative career, or if you just simply want to go back to a romantic relationship that you've been in. This romantic relationship, in fact, will give you an opportunity, and this opportunity here will end up being golden. It will be very good for you. So yes, this opportunity, embrace the optimism, be positive, because this opportunity is very positive. It's a new beginning, and it's a beautiful one. Okay. Bottom of the deck, Magician in the reverse position. So, yeah. Some of you do need to be careful on what you're manifesting, literally. You want to make sure you're manifesting things for your own higher good or for others' higher good. But sometimes with the Magician in the reverse position, this can indicate that perhaps we do not have all of the tools and the supplies that we need to do a good job at something. And this can also suggest that you might need to look within. Yes. Introspection. Go within. You may need to question yourself. Am I really happy? Is this what I really want? Is this what really makes me passionate? Or is this just something that's for now? So you really want to be honest with yourself. But overall, the Magician in reverse is about us not utilizing our skills the way that we could. Maybe we don't have all of our information that we need in order to manifest the proper things in our life, but sometimes we can accidentally manifest something in our life that's not so hot, and we didn't even mean to do it. So, especially if you tend to be pessimistic and look to the negative side of things, yeah, that's something that you definitely would want to work on, because like attracts like. So if you're pretty pessimistic and negative, then you will draw situations to you that will bring more pessimism and more negativity. Like attracts like. So you can simply change this by choosing to change your thought patterns, which can be easier said than done, but if you know that this is something you're doing, call yourself out and then make that choice and say, hey, I'm not going to do this anymore. I'm not going to think this way because I'm harming me, and I'm not going to continue to do that. By simply changing, one little thing, perhaps the way we're thinking, it can change your destiny for the better. Okay, for love oracle cards, we have this could be the one. You've already met the romantic partner you seek. Yes, this seems highly likely. Chemistry. There's a strong magnetic attraction here. I'm betting there is. Oh, and engagement. Your love life is ascending to a higher level of commitment. So that'll be wonderful for some of you. Okay, yeah, looks like you got lots of changes going on here. But do be careful, especially, if you are involved in a, karmic relationship, do be careful. Hopefully the other person has learned their lessons and so have you, and then we can renew things and go in a new way, in a new direction. Yeah. Okay. I hope you guys have enjoyed this reading. Again, if you liked how I read the cards this go around, do comment and let me know. If you would prefer that I go back to my normal way of reading, please comment and let me know. And I appreciate your feedback. I love you guys, and I will talk to you guys next month. I'm sending you blessings of healing, prosperity, and love. Talk to you next month.